These Easter eggs are harder to catch than a golden snitch. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Harry Potter film Easter eggs. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be going over the small or hidden details and messages in the Harry Potter film franchise, though some of them happen in the books as well. Number 10. Neville Forgot His Robe. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Hey look, Neville's got a remembrall.
Poor Neville Longbottom begins the series as a rather accident-prone, unlucky, and forgetful boy. While he becomes more competent later on, Neville needs all the help he can get in the first film. To that end, Neville receives a remembrall in the post, a small orb that glows red when he's forgotten something. Although he has trouble recalling what exactly it is he's forgotten, the filmmakers indicate that Neville has not remembered to wear his robe by showing him surrounded by other students wearing theirs.
The only problem is, I can't remember what I've forgotten.
Number 9. Slughorn's wand reflects his character. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Please, don't think badly of me when you see it.
Despite being the instruments through which witches and wizards cast magic, many of the wands in the franchise look similar, or are else shown so little that it's hard to distinguish any identifying markers. However, the props are actually quite intricate, and often reflect the user's character. One such case is Potions Professor Horace Slughorn. Its ornate design illustrates Slughorn's expensive tastes, while its handle is topped with extrusions that resemble a slug's eye stalks or horns, and the swirl around it is also reminiscent of a slug's slime trail. Number 8. Lockhart Is Bald. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Let me introduce you to your new defense against the dark arts teacher. Me.
Gilderoy Lockhart is the flamboyant and famous defense against the dark arts teacher during Harry's second year at Hogwarts. Prone to boasting, but rarely able to deliver on his purported skills, Harry later discovers that Lockhart is a fraud, and has become famous by erasing the memories of those who actually did the things he claims to have done. However, Lockhart's falsehoods extend to his appearance as well. When Lockhart is packing to leave Hogwarts, he can be seen to be putting away a blonde wig in his case too, indicating that the phony professor is bald.
Well, I must say, when I took the job, there was nothing in the job description about
You're running away?
Number 7. A Brief History of Foreshadowing. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. The third Harry Potter film features some of the most daring stylistic choices in the series, and arguably has the biggest personal stamp by its director. Part of that is the little touches that occur throughout the film. One of these being a wizard in the leaky cauldron reading A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. Quite apart from inspiring audience members to wonder what a wizard would make of quantum mechanics and general relativity, the presence of the book also foreshadows the presence of time travel as a plot element later in the story.
This is a time turner, Harry.
Number 6. Hidden Trophies. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Wood, I have found you a seeker.
Harry gets himself into trouble constantly while at school, and in one case he's actually rewarded for his rule breaking when Professor McGonagall gets him onto the Quidditch team after he flies on a broom without permission during practice. Harry later learns from Hermione that his father James was on the team too, after she shows him the trophy case. Within the case are also a plaque for Tom Riddle, the real name of Voldemort, for services to the school, which foreshadows the next film, as well as a Quidditch award for McGonagall herself, perhaps indicating why she's so passionate for the sport. Number 5. Portrait Cameos. The Harry Potter franchise. From writing, let's turn to a more visual medium. Hogwarts is full of magical items, but some of the more vocal are its portraits which can move and speak, though the latter ability is seldom seen in the films. The portraits also contain several cameos. Some believe one of the pictures in Dumbledore's office to be Gandalf, though there are some more concrete ones as well. One portrait, whose name is Henry Bumblepuffed, yeah, seriously, is based on the franchise's production designer Stuart Craig. Most importantly though, a painting seen in the third film depicts Voldemort, despite his full appearance not being properly revealed until the fourth. Number 4. The Deathly Hallows appear in the films before the books. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
What is it?
Well, it's the sign of the Deathly Hallows, of course.
The Deathly Hallows are a trinity of powerful magical objects said to have been made by the personification of death itself, and which factor heavily into the two-part finale to the franchise. While it's fairly obvious that all three are objects which appear prior to the final films, what you may not know is that their symbol, a bisected triangle with a circle inside it, also appears early too, even before the final book was released yet. A glass pyramid case with an orb suspended in it, in other words, a 3D representation of the symbol, can be seen in Dumbledore's office in the Goblet of Fire.
Something that would explain why these terrible things have happened.
Number 3. Chess Foreshadowing. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Knight to e5.
This chess game was several moves ahead the whole time. Early on in the first film, Harry and Ron play a game of wizard's chess, which involves directing the pieces like a general on a battlefield. While this serves as an introduction to the concept, and foreshadows the life-size version they and Hermione encounter later, the game the pair play with each other also contains some of the moves and strategies used the second game as well. Perhaps Ron subconsciously played the game in a familiar way, which resulted in these similar outcomes.
Castle to e4!
Number 2. Newt Visits Hogwarts. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good.
One of the most brilliant stylistic choices we mentioned about Prisoner of Azkaban was the presence of the Marauders map in its credit sequences. There are several Easter eggs about these map sequences we could mention, like Moony being spelled like the film's visual effects supervisor instead of Lupin's nickname, or two characters who may be in flagrante. But we decided to go with the presence of Newt Scamander, author and star of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Was it Hagrid's new job teaching about magical creatures that brought the elderly Scamander back? We can only speculate.
I got a real treat for you today. A great lesson.
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
There are 7 secret passageways out of the castle.
Quidditch is easy enough to understand. Each team has 7 players.
Harry.
Number 1. Snape's Coded Regrets. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Mr. Potter.
Although the cold-hearted Professor Snape's love for Harry's mother Lily caught many fans by surprise, a few picked up on obscure clues in some of the character's first lines. In his initial class teaching Harry, Snape demands the young boy tell him about potion ingredients.
Tell me, what would I get if I added powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood?
While this appears on the surface like Snape picking on Harry, some of the words he uses are actually code from Victorian-era England, when flowers and plants were used as euphemisms. Asphodel is a member of the lily family, and means, "My regrets follow you to the grave," while wormwood means bitter sorrow. So basically, Snape tells us and Harry he bitterly regrets Lily's death.
Always.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.